The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home, and government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
The more they attack me, the stronger I become. Because it is like you are pouring fuel in the strength that is in me. So bring it on. But I'm telling you today that we have been able to defeat them. We have Chikota Hanchaninono and defeated them. What we have done to Nigeria and their agent in Biafra struggle is that we gathered them together. This particular sit at home, I told you people, will be the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. You see, the actions, the activities of Biafrans in this sit at home have gathered all the sabos together, all the saboteur together, and we defeated them. Bam! It is mysterious. How many of you will ever believe in this life that everybody will gang up against Biafra?
The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home, and government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
The summary of it. The summary of it is that we cannot run away from this stark reality that Nigeria has to be restructured. Whether it is the restructuring that gives more powers to states, or a return to the regional arrangement of the past, or the restructuring that allows parts of the country that want to go and stand as independent nation, whatever that restructuring means, we must not run away from it. And our position as bishop, and I must say now, I'm carrying you along as a diocese, is that if we continue to pretend that all is well, we will keep bleeding profusely. And very soon, there might be nothing called Nigeria. Instead of our killing ourselves under the pretext of remaining one indivisible nation, some people say Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable. I want to say it is negotiable. This thing is like marriage. You don't force two people to get married. We have been forced into a marriage that is hurting us. And every day we are dying and pretending to be one. Please, instead of our killing ourselves, and there will be no Nigeria left, let us come to a round table like this. Bring Nigeria as a cake. Bring one big knife and share the cake. Share the cake. Share the cake.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. Oh, fatherland, peace be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared will pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to yield, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movements lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this kind a land of righteousness. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. Biafra, we hail thee. Ignoring Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra, from wherever you are, is at your own peril, because everything he said about one Nigeria since the kidnap of MNK that he's going to do is doing it. And everything we told you will happen to one Nigeria is happening. I welcome you all. It's New Year with new strikes, New Year with plenty WOTOWOTO, a New Year with no nonsense. I salute the tenacity of the Biafran people. I salute the indomitable PM of the Biafran people. I salute the Biafran Liberation Army. I salute the existence of our supreme leader and the existence of our eternal leader. I salute the heroes and heroines of Biafra who have made history for us to kick off from where they stopped. The children of Biafrans that were not well taken care of have a reason to make sure the declaration of the restoration of Biafran independence is achieved. And that the Biafran people are doing every day by making sure they adhere to every instruction from the Prime Minister. Now, let us start from here. If you don't know what is going on, when the Prime Minister told and warned Europe and America and UK, and also our Supreme Leader, that if they don't support Biafra to stop the terrorists from expanding, that they first will feel the heat before it even gets close to the Biafran people. Because as we speak now, the Biafran people have shielded themselves. The Biafran people are standing very strong and they are ready to destroy the terrorists. All we need from you is funds so that we can harness the weaponry that we are going to use to destroy the terrorists. You have all seen how the terrorists have expanded their territories. You see what is happening in America and UK and all parts of Europe, where the terrorists are ravaging and taking charge. They are raping and attempting to cut off heads of people in Spain and in Italy. If you are in these places, you know what is happening. The news are everywhere. We will not be able to bring everything to your doorsteps. But follow us on Twitter because that is where we give you undiluted messages. Warm greetings from the Biafran Republic government in exile to the entire people of the Biafra and to the Ambazonians and the Middle Beltans and anyone in one Nigeria who knows what freedom is all about. Now, we love the terrorists when they come down to Biafra land to die on our sword because what we do is to kill every terrorist that is coming to maim, to kill and to rape and to destroy our motherland, thinking that they can do what they are doing in the far north to our women and children and babies. It can never happen in Biafra land in this very dispensation of this very prime minister that you see on the screen. The prime minister and his cabinet and the Biafran Liberation Army, resistance fighters, and every armed groups that are fighting under his command were born and kept for this very time. And that is why everything is going in order to make sure we destroy the terrorists. We call on all Biafrans to remember our regular Biafran Go fundraising every Saturday. This Saturday is another day. You have seen milestones that we have moved for the past month. You've given Prime Minister just few months and then he has delivered so much. Now in 2024, you will be expecting more, but we need more funds because Israel, that has existed as a country for years, still uses funds to manufacture and to take care of their defense mechanism every day. Ukraine that are fighting today still needs more money from people so that they can procure weapons. Even Russia that has all the natural resources to manufacture what they need to buy some of those raw materials from other places. So in every way possible, money is needed in order to actualize one or two things. You may not have all the raw materials and you need to buy some from other people. War is not fought and the territory of the indigenous people are not defended or protected with saliva. It is done with money. We need more money from all walks of life. Bring all you have, join the Biafra now before it becomes a bigger reality in your very before. Now, the Biafran Republic government in exile, through their Prime Minister of the United States of the Biafran people, have issued a pronouncement of the Declaration of the Restoration of the Independent States of Biafra, Helsinki 2024. So prepare as the details are coming in no time. Now, a board has been constituted and then we are calling on all Biafrans from all provinces and from all counties and from all villages and from all communities and from all states of the 40 states of Biafra you know of officially for now. In no time, more states will be joining and the state will increase. Like the Charter of the Biafran people say that the Charter is subject to amendment when the people come together and then sit and vote on it. So we don't have a rigid constitution for the people. We have a flexible one where the dialogue and the contributions of the people will always be considered and then put into the table. So we are telling you now that the Biafran people are needed to come all together. We don't want you to say tomorrow that the Prime Minister with his cabinet sat down, drafted the document of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to declare on his own with his cabinet, or he did not carry anybody along. We don't want it to be like the forceful amalgamation of one Nigeria, which was done without all your people represented. It was done against your will. And so that is why we are calling on all people of Biafra to come up and then do what? Be part of the drafting board, so that it will be in history that you pen down and you were part of what happened for the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, United States of Biafra. Take this very serious. Everything that comes out from the mouth of the Prime Minister of the indigenous people must be taken serious. If you are not aware of what is happening, follow us on Twitter, follow our Prime Minister on Twitter, and you will stay updated. Mind you, this is not when we come for daily or long broadcasts to come and stay. No. If you want to listen and hear our opinion speaks every day, go and watch his previous broadcasts that he has done. They are all undiluted and they are salted to the letter. Everything you need, both things that are happening now, both things that will happen tomorrow, are embedded in his previous broadcast. The same way it is in our Supreme Leaders broadcast. You will watch it and listen to it over and over again, and it is still revealing and exposing the atrocities of one Nigeria and the way forward. When we tell you A is the problem, we don't give you solution at the end of the day. We're not like one Nigerian prophet and ministers and bishops and the GOs that will give you prophecy and they give you no solution. That means they are only giving you the prophecy to be able to be relevant and to make money from you. But the Biafran men and women that were born for the restoration of Biafra independence and the state of Biafran people are those that are visionary, those that were prepared for this very time. We are calling on all of you to draw in and come and be part of the drafting board of the Declaration of the Restoration of the Independent States of Biafra, the United States of Biafra. Helsinki 2024 is coming up again. Prepare yourself ahead of this and don't miss out. Now, let us go over to this very one here. Let's go over to this very one here. Yeah. These are one Nigerian police. When they commit crimes, they will always have a way to beg out. But there's one thing we want to point out. Since Biafran Republic government in exile through their prime minister have started the delegitimization of one Nigeria, you see that everything in Nigeria is haphazard. Everything is in destructive mode. It is in a suicidal slide, and it is crashing by the number. Now, the money that you hear that they pay these people here that call themselves police, which they will post them to BIAFRALANDS and say, shoot at sight, and then they will shoot. Their minimum wage, like they claim, is 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira is what? Is $30. What can $30 afford for you? $30 is what they say they pay them to take care of their families for 30 days. It is same 30,000 naira that they will have to pay transport. They will pay the school fees of their wards in school, and those that are in university and those that are in secondary, they will pay their school fees from this same money. They will feed the family from this same money. They will pay their rent from this same money. This is why we tell you that Biafra is the only way. All the companies that have been in one Nigeria and every parastatals have not been working for the interests of the people. Only the money that is generated from transport services in one Nigeria, from taxation of transport services, can take care of the salary of everyone in this contraption. But do they allow it to happen? No. All your resources are in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. and they are the ones using it to fund the jihad. The jihad war that is being fought is being sponsored by the money that is derived from your natural resources. Now, when you see that UK enjoys and America enjoys, Europe enjoys everything that comes out of Nigeria and the genocide and massacre, and then they turn blind eyes to it, it is because they benefit many things from it, because the oil and gas money is coming to them. When they pump out the oil and gas and sell 100 barrels, they come back to tell you they sell only 20 and they pump out 20. So where is the rest of the money? The corruption lingers around the international community and the criminals that are in power in that contraption. What we are telling you is that one Nigeria can never work and has never worked and will never work for you. We are calling on all Biafrans to understand what is actually happening here. So, if you tell me that because they don't pay you salary, and then you stop us on the road and extort money, because what you see here, they say we beg for money. It is not begging, it is extortion on the road. They will stop you. If you don't pay the money, they will seize your car, they will lock you up. Some of them will even shoot you to death. So for those ones that say we beg, it is not beg. They don't beg. We just want you to understand that it is what the Biafran government in exile, the de facto government in the homeland, under the leadership of the Prime Minister, is destroying Nigeria, and it is going to show and shrink them in all angles. I want the media team of the Brgie to understand that everything happening to Nigeria today, you must use it to your advantage in your expose and in your broadcasts and documentaries. You don't need to be politically correct. What we do in Biafran media is not to be politically correct, but it is to do what? To use the atrocities of one Nigeria to show to the world how far Nigeria is degenerating and how far it is going down. Because since you don't want Biafra to go in time, you will be shredded into pieces. We don't mince words when we say every terrorist, every jihadist in uniform coming into Biafra land to massacre our women and children and rape and to turn us into IDP camps, that we will destroy all of them. We will kill everything coming to kill our women and children, because we cannot fold our arms and see our babies' heads chopped off, pregnant women cut into two, babies removed from the womb, and women burned in their sleeps. It cannot happen in our own time in Biafra land. That is why I give kudos to my Prime Minister for standing his ground above all odds. He doesn't consider his status, he doesn't consider his family, he doesn't consider his business, he doesn't consider his money, he doesn't consider what will happen to him. All his interest is now is the defense and protection and the restoration of the dignity of the independent state of the Biafran people, the United States of America. We need your support. We are not begging you, but we are telling you that a time will come when you will come with what you have and we will not need it again. Like my Prime Minister rightly pronounced, there are ways and manners we will treat those that turn blind eyes to their restoration mandate of freedom. This very freedom that we are fighting, this very restoration that we are working on, and then you are turning blind eyes to everything. There are ways and manners that you will be treated as someone that took what we did to be unserious. Wake up and watch what is happening to one Nigeria. Join us now before it becomes too late. Now, with the pronouncement of the Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra, of the shutting down of oil thieves and oil companies, they are oil thieves and gas companies and natural resources companies. All they have been doing is to steal and exploit the Biafran people for years. There has been nothing like exploration of our resources in Biafra land. What we have had has been exploitation. They have exploited the Biafran people from 1900. Then Britain now transcended it into the hands of the Fulani terrorists in power and then left it there for them in 1960s in the name of independence. This exploitation has gone on since then. The massacre and the genocide has gone on since then. So, anyone that is telling you that there are companies in one Nigeria, ask them how the companies has been beneficial to them since the independence was declared by Britain. Britain put everything in a way that will favor them, and nothing favors you as a poor man, as you are now called. Why must you be termed or secluded as a poor man in your own land? No one is supposed to be addressed as a poor man because the resources embedded in your communities have been used for the purpose of Britain and their political interests, political aggrandizement, and only for them to continue to breed, while they will pull all of you to come over to UK and America and Europe. You will abandon everything to them to continue to exploit. So the announcement of 2024 stoppage of every oil thieves, every gas thieves, every company that is having and exploiting our resources is already shrinking Nigeria before anticipation of that announcement. And you can see the picture on the screen where they say Nigerians tweets express fear of worse hardship over purported plan to increase fuel price to 1,200 naira per liter. Mind you, there are places that people have been buying this fuel at the price of 1,500. Others have been buying at 2,000. Others have been buying at 1,000. Others at 500. Others at 3 something and 4 something. It is not new. You can all testify to that from where you are. So, why are we stopping them? Because they have been operating illegally. It has not been anything useful to us. Some of you in the southern state that they call you, in order to divide you from your Biafran people in other states, you know that some of you don't even have lands to cultivate again because the oil exploitation has destroyed all your lands. They destroy the lands, they exploit the oil, and then they can't even take care of you and your communities. The water that you drink has been polluted. The farmlands, you can't make use of it. The fishes in the river and streams and lakes, you cannot see them again and they can eat naturally the way they are. They die and they decay and everything is contaminated. Some of you move out of your ancestral homes because of these oil exploitations. Because it was not exploration, it was exploitation. You were exploited. So because you were exploited, that is why they cannot take care of you or put everything in order. It is only when the resources are explored that you see that they will put everything in order for you not to feel abnormal. So, the fear of the pronouncement of the Biafran Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile on the mandate of the Biafran people in 2024 is already speaking volume from the resonance frequency of one Nigeria. More are coming. Now, more companies will be pulling out and are pulling out of one Nigeria. You see this one? These are companies and factories as they claim. It is because of the firepower of the Biafran Liberation Army, the firepower of the Biafran Republic government in exile, the firepower of the Biafran Liberation under the leadership of our Prime Minister that has made this possible in 20. So more of these are going to happen in 2024. This resonance frequency that you see now, the ripple effect of what the Afghan government have been doing in 2023, he is just speaking out volumes here now. Now, we tell you to wait in 2024 and see how it will happen in 2024. Can you recall how many companies pulled out in 2023? At the third quarter and fourth quarter of 2023, more are going to happen in 2024. As we do, you go the show. As we do, you go the show. Now let us come down here. Biafra is here in 2024. This is the reason why one Nigeria must be destroyed. When we mean destroyed, it must be destroyed so that your lives can be saved. This is where Zamfara State, in Zamfara State, let me remind you that in Borno State, since 2014, massacre and genocide and takeover by the Fulani terrorists have been the game. They are in charge of Borno State since 2014. All the elections of one Nigeria done, there is no election that holds in Borno State. If you don't know, go and ask. Over 8 local governments are under the control of the Fulani terrorists in Borno State, while a subsection is under the control of the governors in one Nigeria, in the same Borno State. In Niger State, this has also happened. They have taken over in 2024 as well. They are spreading. Now, look at what is happening on this publication. That terrorists attack Nigerian community for failing to pay terror levy. So they implement taxes on the indigenous people and you must pay. You can see what the publication says there. 20 million levy was to be paid that was imposed on these people. Where do you expect them to get 20 million? What kind of business do they do? Are they politicians like you? So they had to waste them. That means they are now living on the mercy of the terrorists. And some of you are shouting Nigeria. Some of you are shouting Nigerian citizens. Some of you are jubilating and saying that you are a Nigerian. You must be very, very, very useless. Our message is that if you do not join forces to make sure we destroy Nigeria, you may be the next victim of one Nigeria. So we are calling on all of you to wake up and prepare yourself for the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. That is the United States of Biafra. And come up and join the drafting board so that you will be part and parcel of the history-making events. To Europe, remember very well that as you continue to draw yourself away and claims to be ignorant of what is happening in Nigeria, where the indigenous people are massacred and butchered every day, the worst thing will happen to you because every money that is taken from Nigeria for the terrorist weaponry will be used to fund the attack on you people in Europe and America, and even you, the UK, that is backing them up. When it will happen, and when it starts hitting you very hard, we will just be laughing at you. It is already happening. So as a reminder, if you know what is good for you, do the right thing. If you still want to continue to ignore the genocide and the massacre happening in the entirety of one Nigeria, we feel sorry for you very, very much, because the Biafran people understands what they want, and they are fighting very hard to make sure Biafra land is defended at all costs. We thank the Biafran people, and we are calling on all of you to please live up to the expectations of the Prime Minister. We need more funds now. We need more money. Actions are what we do in 2024. We don't do much talking, but we deal with strategies in 2024. And recognition of Biafra is what we do to make sure the international community sees Biafra in a different circle. In your own way, contribute and bring all you have to the table. I repeat, we need more funds, we need more resources. Economic is what we need. Money, ego. Bring all the money you have, support Biafra now before it becomes a bigger reality in your own eye. I salute you all.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our Biafra.